Hey everyone, super excited to bring you another incredible training from our Friday Connect training series. For those of you that are new to the channel, we host these every single Friday at 12 p.m. Eastern, completely for free. Now, if you're interested in joining one of these calls, just click the link that's in the top of the description. It's also in the pinned comment. That'll take you over to our Facebook group where you can see all the upcoming calls, all the upcoming topics, and even leave some suggestions for something you want to see us cover in the future. With all that being said, let's just get right into the training.
Dive into things here a little bit and talk about the importance of YouTube and what we've been able to do. So as Kyle alluded to, I've been a top producer for multiple years, and social media is my forte. It's what's changed my life, and what I thankfully am able to train thousands of agents a year on how to leverage. And I'm partners with Kyle and Thermella as well, which is really exciting, and why I've been able to kind of help them one-on-one with building their business. So one of the things that I just like people to take note of when getting started is the importance of just getting started with YouTube. There's a lot of people that see how my videos look like right now, how some other people's videos look right now, but it didn't start that way. You could see how it started and how it looks now. When I got started, I wasn't using professional equipment. I didn't have confidence. I was nervous to be on camera. I could barely look at the camera, and now a few years later, I feel right at home in front of the camera, and I do it all day every day. So imperfect action is better than perfect inaction, and just getting started is the only way that you're ever going to improve. Because again, I was the typical example of somebody highly introverted, scared to get on camera, didn't like how I looked, all the same excuses so many people have. And now it's, what I enjoy most about my business is getting in front of the camera. Now, again, just to kind of paint a picture of what this can do for people, you can kind of see here some agents in our organization, as Kyle alluded to, brand new agents in brand new cities that have never put out a video in their life, doing almost, 90 deals in their first year. And there's a lot of people that say, well, is he in a easy market? I want you to understand that for all the GTA realtors out there that think your market is living hell, this guy right here, Suman, his market is equally as competitive and saturated as Toronto. So as a brand new agent in a brand new market, even when a hyper competitive market, he's in Austin, and that's very similar. So again, massive amounts of deals, and every single one of those 87 deals came directly through YouTube from his free videos. Same with John, again, another hyper competitive market, new agent, introverted, never put out a video in his life, and is now doing 8 to 10 deals a month entirely free from his videos. So this is just an example of you could see here the mass amount of attention that this can get, and the amount of escrow deals. But let's start talking quickly about why YouTube's so important before we get into the exact videos and kind of exactly how to rank your videos and what type of videos you should be creating, and how to create the process in a streamlined way. So one of the big things about video, as why YouTube does so well, is because you're establishing relationships through value. A lot of agents say they get into the business because they love working with people, love helping people, and love to connect with people. But the problem is when you look at their advertising or marketing efforts, they don't do anything that actually allows them to connect or establish relationships with people. They just run ads, which does not establish any connection. They just post photos of properties, which does not establish any relationship or connection. So you're saying you get into the business for one reason, but you're coordinating and carrying out your own business in a complete opposite manner, right? Which that disconnect doesn't make sense. And that's why you have to continuously hunt and chase for the next deal, because nobody knows why they should actually work with you over somebody else in your market. Another really important aspect of why YouTube's so incredible for, building your business is intent-based versus interest-based, right? When you look at a platform like YouTube, which is the number two search platform owned by the number one, it is an intent-based platform. People are going on there with the intent of finding very specific information and answers, which is why 70% of the searches on YouTube start with how to, like how to sell your house in Toronto, for example. Whereas when you look at Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, all incredible platforms, very valuable, very effective, but they're interest-based platforms, which means that people are going on there just to find entertainment and things that they're just genuinely interested in, not with the intent of making decisions. Again, looking at consumer behavior, people would much rather watch a video about a community than read a blog about a community, just based on the nature of the world we live in now. Showing versus telling. A lot of agents reach out to me and say, Mike, I've been in the industry for multiple years. I don't know why people aren't coming directly to me. I know more than almost any agent in my market about my market. Well, that's cool, but nobody knows that, right? The only way to actually show people and get people a reason to reach out to you is to show them, not just tell them, right? Also, in terms of the quality of work, a lot of agents say they go above and beyond for their clients and they do such incredible quality. But if you're not showing that in terms of your videos and your property tours and things like that, you're just telling people something that they can't conceptualize, right? Effective versus efficient. But the beautiful part about YouTube is it's effective and efficient in terms of something that converts high, but also allows you to create leverage and efficiencies. It converts at scale and it's evergreen, meaning that once you properly optimize the videos I'm going to show you to do, it lives on the platform forever. And the conversion rate is massive. So misconceptions before we dive into the details. Number one, a lot of people think that you need a lot of followers, subscribers, and views. We've got people in our organization getting like 20 views a video and they've got under 300 subscribers and they're closing $1 million deals from their first YouTube videos. Because again, the beautiful part about real estate is if you get 17 views and one of them makes a decision to buy or sell, you just made $20,000, $30,000. Whereas if you look at other industries and, you know, you need a lot of views, you need a lot of followers, and you need a lot of, you know, attention on your channel in order to actually monetize it. Whereas with real estate, you don't. All it takes is one, which is really powerful. You have to be consistent. The content quality matters. And what I mean by that is it does not mean you need high quality equipment. It does not mean that you have to be in a studio. What it does mean is the quality of the value has to be very proficient, right? So you have to make sure that you're delivering quality content in terms of the value you're providing your audience and not a bunch of filler and stories and nonsense that they don't care about. People care about three things: me, myself, and I. They don't care about you, what you're doing on the weekend or what you did last week, just to be completely blunt. So focus on what's in it for them, not what's in it for you. A lot of people think that it's saturated, right? I get this a lot. Well, if you look at the GTA with 70,000 agents, there's like 5 people properly leveraging YouTube. Would you rather compete against 70,000 or would you rather compete against 5? Right? No market has more than, I've ever seen no market more than 5 agents properly leveraging YouTube ever in North America, right? So that really shrinks your competition. A lot of people think that it's time consuming, which is not, if you follow what I'm about to share with you. And then a lot of people think that they provide no value and that they have nothing interested to share. But when you look at it, the average person's genuinely interested in the real estate industry, hence why shows like $1 Million Listing and, you know, Selling Sunset or HBO, like flipping properties or whatever. That's why these shows even exist. It's irrelevant at the price point. It has everything to do with the industry, right? So people are genuinely interested in you and the value you provide. If you live in a city, which you do, and you've got your real estate license, which you have enough value to provide anybody in your local market. So again, just to kind of show you the importance of this is when you look at the average agent, they might prospect 2 to 3 hours a day and they're going to hate their life doing it. Right? It's not fun. I don't care who you are. There's nobody on planet Earth that enjoys cold calling or door knocking unless you should be in an insane asylum. When you look at, you know, video marketing and things like that, if you look at this guy from our organization's channel, he is essentially, based on the views he gets per day, he's essentially prospecting about 27 days every 24 hours, whereas the average agent's prospecting 2 to 3 hours a day. You can't compete with that. And the best part is he could take the whole day off and spend time with his kids and his wife and still prospect 27 days in 24 hours, right? So it gives you mass leverage and it gives you something that allows you to scale and create lifestyle around where every single client is coming directly to him. And again, just to kind of drive home the ability to build without having a massive audience. I never had the biggest audience, but I outrank people. Again, you can see here, I outrank Tom Ferry, who's got, when I had 13,000 subscribers, he had 380,000 subscribers. If you know what you're doing on YouTube, you can outrank people with way bigger followings. Can't be doing that on any other platform. You can see I outrank everybody with bigger platforms than me that are recognized for certain things. You can see that I outrank video number 4 is Ryan Serhant with 1.1 million followers and subscribers. So I outrank Ryan Serhant in this. By the way, even though it's this picture, it's my video. So a little bit of attention strategies, but this is the last thing I'm going to show you before we go into the tactical aspect of it, which is, you can see here, the power of SEO. These are YouTube videos showing up on Google searches. So if you Google moving to Liberty Hill, Texas, This guy from our group's YouTube videos shows up for free right below the people that are paying $10,000 a month to run their Google ads. This shows up right below it. Moving to El Paso, Texas, this guy's YouTube video shows up for free right below the people spending tens of thousands of dollars a month on Google ads, right? So you can see I practice what I preach, and I show up as well for everything related to, our business model with eXp Realty, as well as anything that I talk about on my channel. But this is kind of the, how to rank, and then we'll talk about the videos you can put out, is looking at the tags, titles, descriptions, thumbnails. Now, when you start looking at this, I'll draw some comparisons between mine and John's videos, where with the thumbnail, it's making sure that you're on brand, your face is in the thumbnail, making sure that it is big, bold text so it's easily legible on mobile, and that the text is not the same in your thumbnail as it is the title. A lot of people make that mistake, but you only have two opportunities to capture attention, the thumbnail and the title. And if you use the same verbiage in both, if they don't like one of them, you're hooped on the other. Whereas if you use two different ones, well, now it's got a different story. You can see here the title. When you're titling your YouTube videos, you have to be very literal, right? So you have to look at the fact that what would your ideal client be searching into Google or YouTube for your video to be the perfect fit? One of the big mistakes a lot of people make is they think, okay, I'm going to do a video about the Toronto real estate market. And then they write out a title like, the Toronto real estate market is not what you think right now. It's like, nobody in the world searching that on Google or YouTube, right? Don't use clickbait. Don't try and get creative. This is a literal platform, not a creative platform. With your descriptions, don't write some beautiful poetic listing description that's out of a fairy tale. Like, you want to write something that's very literal with keywords that's based on what your ideal client would be searching into Google or YouTube to find your video. And same with the tags, to show you an example of John, right? This is one of John's top performing videos with, now over 43,000 views. But you can see here, his face is in the thumbnail. So it's building his personal brand. He's got his market in behind him. He's got a very easy done thumbnail on Canva using his colors, which is orange and blue. So it's on point with the brand. You can see it's very literal title, why we moved to El Paso, Texas. And you can see here the description has a ton of keywords as well with the market. And then same with this agent as well. Now, the last thing I'll talk about before getting into the videos you could do is looking at how to increase performance. So one of the things is looking at the YouTube algorithm. 4 key components: the watch time, which is how much of your video people are deciding to watch; post-launch velocity, which is how many views you're getting within the first 24 hours; click-through rate, how many people are deciding to click on your videos; and returning viewers, how many people are not just watching one of your videos, but coming back and continuing to watch your content. So the best way to do that is, again, watch time, cut out the BS, get straight to the point, have no filler, and have a well-structured video with bullet points so you know exactly what you're going to deliver. Post-launch velocity, how do you get more views in the first 24 hours? Share it on other social media platforms, send it to your database. So if you've got a database, create content specifically towards nurturing your database so you can send out your video to them and get more attention. Click-through rate, we talked about thumbnails, and returning viewers. Convenient sells. This is why convenience stores exist. This is why McDonald's exists, right? So if you can make it convenient for your watchers, your potential buyers and sellers in your market, to continue to watch more content, make it easy for them. So you can see here for all of my videos, I've got recommended playlists and recommended videos. So this is kind of a blueprint structure that you can follow. Before I wrap it up here with some of the recommended videos, you always want to make sure that you've got a hook in the first 15 seconds, a call to action, which is telling people what you want to do in the next 15 seconds, then an introduction, then the body of your video, and then another call to action before the end. So again, just to, relate it back to the GTA, a lot of people in their videos are going to say, hey, everybody, it's Mike Sherrard with eXp Realty here in Toronto, Canada, and we're going to talk about what the market's like in February of 2022, right? People are going to be like, okay, you're boring. I get it. Like, I'm not going to sit here because I don't know what I'm going to get from this video. I have no context as to why I should stay. Whereas if you just off the top of my head want to think about a different strategy, you could be like, everybody's talking about how hot the market is in Toronto, but there's people selling their properties and not getting the most amount of money in the shortest period of time. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about all the data related to the market in February of 2020, and I'm going to tell you about the costly mistakes to avoid. Okay, now there's a reason to stay in this video because they want to avoid costly mistakes and they want to know the details of the market. right? Call to action, tell people what you want to do. Tell them, hey, my contact information is in the description below. Feel free to contact me to talk more about real estate, to get any more information or whatever, right? If you don't call the action, there's no action that's going to be taken. Introduction is just then getting into your intro and then continuing to go from there. So what videos work? These videos all work incredibly well, proven based in every market in North America by hundreds of agents that I've worked with, relocation based, so people looking to move to your market, people living in your market, so what it's actually like to be in your market. Community tours and city tours work really well because people are looking at what it's like to live in a specific community or city before they actually make that decision, right? If they live in a penthouse in downtown Toronto, but they're looking at buying a detached bridle path, instead of having to go drive around and go through rush hour, they probably want to see what it's like to just do it from their condo, right? Property tours work incredibly well, especially with new construction or pre-construction. And market updates is the only non-evergreen video that I recommend just because it does work very well. Now, to make content easy, I always recommend people to follow a streamlined process, as you can see here. Number one, identify your playlist that you want to do. So this could be buyers tips, sellers tips, investors tips, property tours, market updates, testimonials, things like that. Then once you have your playlist, write out your titles, and your titles are going to be the different types of videos that you want to be doing within those playlists. And then you've got your key points. So you can see down here, I don't use scripts for my videos because it's inauthentic and it becomes overwhelming and daunting to try to be thinking while you're talking. You should only be talking about stuff that you know, like the back of your hand. So you don't need a script, right? So when you look at this, the title is 6 videos that get seller leads. The bullet points or the key points that I include are these 6. So now whenever I do this video, which I've already done, it's already on my channel, is I know exactly what points to deliver, and then I filter out the rest. So I know exactly how to make a short video that's going to include everything that I want to without having to think about it in real time. Then you batch your videos, right? So once you write out all the titles and all the key points, like I do for all my content, then what you want to do is make sure that you're not doing one video at a time. You're doing multiple videos at a time. So if you're doing 4 videos a month, 1 a week, do 4 videos back to back whenever you record your content so that you can be efficient. This is why it saves time, because it's very inefficient to get set up, get in the right mindset, think about what you're going to do, figure out what you're going to say, and then start recording. Now, another trending thing that you can do right now based on the trend of short form content is then you can take these bullet points, maybe break it into 2, and then create your short form content from this. So now you've got the blueprint for your short form content on TikTok, Reels, and Shorts, and then schedule it all out to go. So to wrap it up, guys, just to kind of bring it full circle here, leverage the 4 C's. Understand that in order to create a strong video, it has to be credible, compelling, clear, and concise. Understand consistency is key. If you're going to start something, commit to it for the long haul. It's proven to work for every agent in every market, every time. And if it doesn't work out for you, it's because you're not committed to the process and you're inconsistent. Follow the blueprint structure like we talked about with the hook, call to action, and then the intro. Cater your content towards nurturing your database so you can send it to your database in order to get more views. Study the data and adjust accordingly, right? A lot of agents don't understand that what gets measured gets managed, and they don't measure anything, so they can't make data-driven decisions as to what to do more of, what to do less of, so they're just wasting time, energy, attention, and money. Batch your content and schedule it as a non-negotiable in your calendar, right? Outsource as soon as possible in terms of the editing, the thumbnails, graphic work, things like that. And then R&D, rip off and duplicate. Put your own spin on it. Everybody's already done anything you could possibly do in real estate on YouTube. Go look at somebody else that's crushing it in a different market. Put your own spin on it. Use it as inspiration because nobody's going to be a better version of you than you. So again, remember, done is better than perfect. Get your content out there, because if you wait, a perfect video on Google Drive or Dropbox is doing a heck of a lot less for your business than an imperfect video that's actually on your channel and allowing you to improve. So that's all I have for this quick little presentation, unless anybody like Dharmila, Kyle, if you guys want to do any questions.
Thanks so much for watching. I hope you learned something useful. If you're interested in partnering with our record-breaking organization, the Wolfpack, here at eXp Realty, completely for free, just click the link that's in the pinned comment. We can set up a time to talk, and we can see whether or not we'd be a good fit for each other. If you're new to the channel, do me a favor, click the like button down below, and make sure to subscribe. We're going to be posting videos like this on the channel every single week. And be sure to join the Facebook page. The link is in the top of the description. It's also in the pinned comment. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time.